got some more scary TikToks. Let's get into it.
This creepy video comes from Mexico. One night, after hearing strange noises, a man captures this cryptid with solid black eyes and pale skin watching him.
A la verga, güey, ¿qué es eso, güey? Esa mierda. A la mierda.
Slowed down and lightened up.
Is that? Like, it's got big black raccoon looking eyes and it's like peeking around the bend. Like, what the hell is this? Let me know in the comments what you think.
That actually turned out to be true. In the 1970s, a film crew was shooting an episode of The $6 Million Man inside of an old funhouse ride called Laugh in the Dark. The ride was meant to be spooky. It was lined with glowing lights and creepy looking mannequins. But people began to notice that one of these mannequins looked a little too lifelike. Whispers started circulating among carnival workers and guests, and some said that the figure looked so real that it had to be an actual body. Eventually, these rumors turned into an urban legend claiming that someone had died inside the funhouse and had been turned into a prop. But nobody took it that seriously because it was just a legend after all, until the camera crew arrived to film the show. When one of the crew members tried to move the figure from where it hung, the arm broke off. He later said it looked like beef jerky inside, and that's when the realization hit. This wasn't just a mannequin after all. Police were called, and it was soon confirmed that the prop was actually the mummified body of a man named Elmer McCurdy. Elmer was an outlaw from Oklahoma who had died 65 years earlier. He was killed in 1911 during a shootout with law enforcement after a failed robbery. After his death, Elmer was taken to a funeral home, but when no one claimed him, the undertaker refused to bury him without payment. After preserving his body, the undertaker, disturbingly, propped his body up and displayed it inside of the funeral home with a sign that read, "The bandit who wouldn't be buried." People would pay a nickel to see Elmer this way, and even more disturbingly, they would drop the coins into his mouth as payment. His body stayed on display like this for 2 years before two men showed up at the funeral home claiming to be Elmer's long-lost brothers. They were actually carnival owners. They took Elmer's body and began displaying him in their sideshows. Over the decades, it was sold and traded so many times that people eventually forgot it was a real human being. By the 1960s, Elmer's body ended up with a company that supplied wax figures and props to amusement parks. And that's when Laugh in the Dark got their hands on it. A real human body that they displayed as a prop in a spooky funhouse for children.
He said it looked like beef jerky. God, that's terrible. So wait, for 2 years, this man's body was just hanging up and people was just throwing change in there like he's a piggy bank or something? Let me know what you think about that. So the title of this video says Black-Eyed Children, Modern Nephilim. I don't think it's black-eyed children. I mean, to me it looks like either the lady is demonically possessed or she's having a seizure of some sort. But what's really crazy to me is all the people in the background that's laughing and videoing. Let me know what you think.
I grew up in a town called Peoria, and we had this legend of the Dingling Man. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but there was this real guy, which everyone in town called the Dingling Man. And he was like this 6'4", 6'5", tall, scary looking dude that had these very long dreads that like covered his face and these very creepy eyes. And like he never cut his fingernails. And you would see this dude everywhere in town. And like when we were kids, we'd be playing at the park or we'd be in a field playing football. And there would be the Dingling Man just standing there, like staring at us. and he would talk to himself, like he would, like laugh, and then he would like hum sometimes, and that was the scariest because he'd be like hum, 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 hum. And so like when you would hear that, it just freak you out because this dude was staring at you, and like he would chase, a lot of us kids around town and stuff, and like people would like see him like just jump like over 6-foot fences like it was nothing, and this dude would like climb up trees and stuff. And one story that I heard about the Dingling Man that's probably the creepiest was there was this kid, he was coming home from school, he unlocks his front door, goes inside, goes upstairs, and when he gets ready to go into his bedroom and he turns, there is the Dingling Man standing by his window with the window like wide open, and he's sitting there going like humming. And so this kid just like ran downstairs, runs out the front door, and his dad like right at that time pulled up from work, and he's like, Dad, like the Dingling Man's in my room. And so like the dad grabs a baseball bat and he goes into the house, goes upstairs into his room, and like he's gone. But he could see that the window was open, so he knew someone was in his room, and so he locked all the windows and the doors.
The second he said "Dingling Man," I was running. That is crazy. I've never heard a legend story like that. Like that is insane. Let me know what you think about that.